the stupid camera working. Let's cut some eggs open. Okay, we finally got the stupid camera working. Let's cut some eggs open. Oh no, it's stupid. Let's get to work. We got one little snaky that came out. And whenever a snake comes out, I like to cut the others and just make sure everything's good. Already, 3 of them seem to, four of them are peeping their heads out. One hasn't got out yet, and one has got out. So we'll move on to the rinsing and stuff later, but you can see this guy over here. This is a Mojave Het Pied. There you go, Mojave Het Pied. Very nice and clean, very pretty, already super chill. Doesn't that look pretty? Doesn't that look pretty? Why are we not focusing? Focus. Does this focus? No. Does it not focus when we do this? Okay, I learned something. It only likes to focus when we're in this camera. Very nice. Okay. Now let's check out the other. Let's do this one. Let's do this guy. So I like to just pinch the top. Let's get some paper towel. The camera's pointing at the bucket, so you're totally fine. Me and Mama don't like... Actually, Mama usually wears clothes. I don't like wearing clothes because it's hot. So, I'm literally doing this in my underwear.
In the last box that you opened for me, you did not get a sharpener.
Ariel, you can check. It's still here. No, I didn't look. I didn't check.
Well, you opened up my other packages, so I'm asking.
I'm pretty sure that when I open up packages that I empty everything out. So anyways, here I am removing the excess liquid. And all this time, Mama didn't want to talk to me, and then I start doing something, and then all of a sudden Mama wants to have a big conversation, doesn't she? About something I may have not done good. I don't know. I have no idea. We have, like, the bags. You're the one that throws them out. So you can check them before throwing them out to make sure they're empty. No one is innocent. When you open up my things, do you go into... Well, actually, you've been good at...
Yes, I take it myself and I make sure.
Very good, very good. Okay, well, I usually make sure, too. So I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have missed it. Do you know which order it would be in? Okay, so we have a very nice Mojave that looks like that. Looks interesting. Does the tail on this one look like that? Yeah, a little bit. The tail's kind of pretty. Woo! We got focus! Yay! Okay. So we're just going to make sure that the head is able to come and get some air. Actually, you know what? Let's just chip it, choppy some more. It looks like it's fully developed anyways. Okay. So, made sure it's not tangled. It's not tangled. And checked for the umbilical cord, if it was done doing everything that it should do, absorbing everything. And it still has a little bit of work to be done. So if we look over here at this snake, and we take a look at its umbilical cord, this is basically where it has like a little belly button thing that absorbs stuff. So you can see here, there's nothing like hanging out or nothing. So because there's nothing hanging out of the umbilical cord, it's totally fine being out and whatever. So if you check out the snake and you see that there's still stuff that could be absorbed, you leave it in the egg and let it just absorb that on its own. And now it's not going to have any problem coming out of the egg or anything. The egg is wide open and ready for it to come out. And now we can remove this, because you don't want... This will end up starting to mold, and at this point mold's not going to like affect or like kill them or anything, but we want it all to be as clean as possible so that we don't have bacteria doing yucky stuff. Okay, let's move on to the banana. Are you a banana? Yes, you are. And look, this slicer sliced up the egg, so when the snake's trying to come out of the egg, they have a little tooth on the tip of their nose that they scrape and scrape and scrape until they cut through, and this one's been working at it for a while. We could call it Slasher. Okay. So I'm just going to help connect her beautiful work. Or his beautiful work. We don't know yet. Now I'm not just sticking the scissors in and cutting. I am sliding the lower blade across the top of the egg, so I know that I'm not just sticking the scissors in and cutting. You know, it might look like that. I'm actually a hairdresser, so very proficient with scissors. Not to toot my own horn or anything. Oh, look at that. Bloody spider. Oh man, it's so funny because it's like we have a pied spider banana that just doesn't seem to like not passing on that spider gene. So even though people, well, yeah, it's, I don't know, you make a snake with some mental health disorders, right? I'm just a terrible person, I guess. But the gene is strong. You know, the animal is not weak in any way. They end up eating well, developing well, living well. My first snake was a spider, and I'm not saying to like go and breed them and make them like crazy on purpose. It just so happens that our only visual pied is spider, so we're trying to use this year to make a pile of double hits and then have animals that are free of the spider gene. So hopefully this will be our last year breeding spiders. Hello there! Look at that. What? Stop what? My channel. I can talk and express myself however I want. There we go. Look at that cute little baby snakey. And everything seems good. Let's see that. Let's see the cord. I came to say hi. See? So you see the cord is still there. The cord is still there, so it needs to develop a bit more. And it'll absorb that in the next day or so. So we'll just leave that inside the egg, let it absorb that on its own, and then it'll come out when it's nice and ready. Very nice, very nice. let's take a look at you. Do, 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 do. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. Always sliding the scissor across the top of the egg. It's a simple trick that you can actually use when you are cutting your nails. You'll never hurt yourself if you make sure the bottom blade is above the is touching your nail instead of just going in and cutting blind. Okay, more goopy goop. This looks like a Mojave spider. I don't think I've ever produced a Mojave spider. Yep. We're gonna leave that one. Make sure the head is fine. This one's good. I think I'm just gonna leave that on its own. Take a look into this last one. It's interesting because usually when one has fully developed, the others will be they're fully developed, they just have a little bit of absorption left to do. It was poking its head to make things, so I think that we are good. So there you go, that's a fun little episode for today. And we're going to put them back into the incubator to let them develop and chill out and have a wonderful time. And next time when they're all out, we'll do a fun little gender reveal party. Doesn't that sound exciting? If you want to learn about why I cut eggs and stuff, I'm going to throw in a video at the end of this one to show stuff. They can come out on their own like this one did, but the thing that can happen, there's two things that can happen. One is that they can strangle themselves with their umbilical cord, and the other thing is that if they don't break through the egg, they can also drown that way. So this one has its head through the egg, so we don't have to worry about that. Most of them were kind of poking out, and I figured that if any of them were developed to the point that this one was, then I could just take them out of the egg and do a fun little snake unboxing. But because they still can absorb a bit, I'm just going to leave them in the egg. But you can actually cut the egg open even earlier, and it doesn't really do anything negative to them. The only way that anything negative happens when cutting these eggs is if you were to cut one of their cords or cut into their body or something, but I have never done that to any animal yet, and I don't think I ever will. Okie dokie, so let's just end this there and start a new one. No, let's just end it. That's good. Very nice. Thanks for joining.